Hey Pectus Warriors, it's Byrne from FixPectus.com. In today's video, I want to talk about training abs for Pectus and how that actually doesn't get you abs. So I get a lot of people commenting on my videos when I talk about the importance of training abs and your core and your obliques for Pectus and saying that training abs does not get you abs, it's all about body fat percentage and your diet. And the reality is this is the truth in terms of whether your abs are going to show. You can train your abs all you want, but if you're not low enough body fat, they won't show. You know, you have to be low teens or single digit body fat for your abs to show. So then why do I preach about training abs all the time? If you're just skinny without developed abs and you're low body fat percentage, they're not gonna really look good. They're just like skinny abs, you know? It's just like you can have defined bicep if you're skinny, but it's not gonna look good. When you develop your abs, especially when it comes to trying to mask rib flare or the pot belly, and you actually have abs that pop and protrude, it adds like a layer over your ribs, same as like with the obliques. It adds like a layer over the obliques. And so you actually have protruding abdominal and oblique muscles. And so this does a few things. Firstly, obviously, if they're popping and protruding, it helps mask rib flare appearance more. Secondly, it means at a higher body fat percentage, you will have very visible abs. The difference between my abs now versus my abs 7 years ago is I'm probably like 12, 13% body fat right now. But my abs still are very, very prominent. And the reason for this is because they're developed. So when a muscle is more developed, they're going to show more at a higher body fat percentage. When I was younger and I'd never trained my abs and I just relied on diet to show them, I had to be single digit body fat for them to really pop and show. And that's a lot less sustainable to stay at single digit body fat. I just stay at this body fat percentage all year round now. And I don't put much effort in. I'm not tracking my calories or anything like that anymore. And it's very sustainable for me. All I do is just focus on training abs, doing big compound movements, and also adding a lot of ab accessory work into my training. And so there's a lot of merit to training abs because when you develop them like this, it does make them actually pop and give them size and structure for the rib flare. And it does make it easier for them to show at a higher body fat percentage. So yes, you definitely should be training abs, okay? Don't listen to the people that say it's just in the kitchen, it's just about what you eat, because the reality is there is truth to that. But if you don't train them, then they're not going to have any kind of size or shape to them, and it's going to be harder for them to show. You're going to have to be a very low body fat percentage. And then the last reason why you should be training abs is because your abs, your core, that is like the trunk of everything. So if you just want to be an athletic, strong, functional human being, you need strong abs. And when you also develop your abs in your core, it helps with posture, it helps with the anterior tilt. Weak abs is one of the causes of anterior tilt. So we need to strengthen our core because when we have that anterior tilt, it makes the rib flare look worse. So there's so many reasons why training abs is valuable, okay? And so if you're not doing it, it's a mistake I see with so many people. You need to start. You need to start training your abs, okay? Honestly, it's been a game changer for me since I started training them more. And I'm loving like how visible they are at a higher body fat percentage because it makes having a six pack, having an awesome body far more sustainable year round. And for me, I've mentioned this before, but when I was a kid, I hated the rib flare more than I hated the sunken chest. So for me, having this six pack and, you know, developed obliques over my ribs and not caring about rib flare anymore is like such a blessing for me. So that's the video, guys. I hope this was helpful.